Landscape view. Notification volume 0%.
Hello everyone, this is Justin Rulon backing out with a new video, and today we're going to take a look at the LG K20 Plus. Now, this phone is a budget phone from LG, and I believe you can pick this up for around $300 at Metro PCS, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Now on Verizon, the phone is called the LG K20V, but it's the same exact phone, it has the same specs, and we'll go over those here right now. But first I'll start off with the design. So, looking here at the front, we have your 5.3-inch IPS display, which comes in at 720p. Come over to the right, I hope you guys can see that. Come over to the right, we have nothing. Over to the left, we have your volume up and down. I hope I get this in focus. And sorry if it's hard to see because there's a case on this phone, so it's gonna be a little hard to see. But I'll come over to the back of the device, and we have your 13 megapixel camera and a power button, which doubles as the fingerprint scanner. So, what I have to say about this phone right now is that this is a good budget phone from a well-known brand like LG. And I'm gonna look. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna look at a few things here. We're gonna go through some of the settings. We're gonna check out the storage, and then we're gonna look at the software information, show you guys what software it's running on. I'm not gonna go over the camera or speakers or anything like that, because this is not a full review. This is just a quick hands-on. And yes, this phone does have a headphone jack, by the way. I do gotta, you do gotta say it these days because phones are removing headphone jacks. Carrier companies and OEMs are removing headphone jacks, which is, I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about it, but we're going to walk through the storage and go through the software information, and then I'm going to tell you guys whether I recommend this phone or not. Now, let me just turn the screen on real quick so you guys can see.
7:04 p.m.
This is the lock screen. This is what the screen looks like. This should give you a good idea of what the screen looks like. I hope you guys can see this all right.
Screen off.
I don't know how it's going to come on camera, but we're going to go through some of the settings. Now I'm going to put the phone down because I use TalkBack, and so I'm going to swipe and double tap and do different gestures to navigate throughout the phone. So I'm going to set my phone down so you guys will not be able to see anything, but I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to set my phone down and unlock the K20 Plus.
7:05 p.m. Device settings.
Oh, okay. So I'm already in settings. So I believe we're in general settings right now. Let me just make sure.
Networks.
Okay.
Sound selected. General. Personal language and keyboard.
So language and keyboard.
Locate account access short Google's privacy. Finger phone data storage.
All right. So
Double tap to activate.
Okay. So let's go into storage.
Internal storage. Navigate into 26.54 gigabytes. Used of 32.00. 26.54 gigabytes.
Okay. And as you can see, this is a 32 gigabyte phone, and it's running a little bit low on storage, as you guys can hear. 26 gigabytes are used out of 32, so it's running a little bit low. But anyway, let's go to software information.
Back. Settings. Networks. Sound and display. Selected. General. Phone data time. Store. Battery. Memory. Apps. Backup. About phone.
Let's go to about phone.
About phone. About phone name. LG K20. Update center. Check for app and software updates provided by LG Electronics.
So we got
Double
update
tap
center.
that.
So as you just heard, that allows you to check for system updates and app updates provided by LG.
Network. Service state. Mobile network state. Stated. Battery. Hard. Software info.
Software info. Oh, come on.
Battery. Hard. Software.
That's okay.
Software
So
info.
that's a
Show
con
items 1 to 6
because we're going to go over pros and cons and if I think you should buy this too after we go through the software information. And that's a pro that I want to discuss, which just happened a second ago. I'm going to discuss that in a minute here. But
Android version 7.0 in list.
and as you guys just heard, this is on Android 7.0 Nougat. Sadly, no Oreo, and this phone is not going to get Oreo, unfortunately. But anyway.
Android security patch level, the 1st of April, 2018.
And we are on April 1st,
Double
2018
tap
security patch.
activate. Back. About phone.
Now,
Back. Setting.
I'm going to go back to the home screen.
1 of 3.
And
Lock screen.
like I had said before, I'm not going to do a full walkthrough of this phone because it's just a hands-on, so I'm not going to do I'm not going to go through everything in this phone. But now I'm gonna discuss whether you should buy this phone or not. Now, this phone, like I said, is around, I want to say $300 at Metro PCS or whatever carrier you purchase it from. And I believe that it is worth the price. You get some pretty decent specs here for a budget device, and this is also manufactured by a well-known OEM, LG, so at least you know that you're getting a somewhat, you're getting an okay device. Now, I'm not saying the LG devices are great or anything, because they're really not. They do have their issues that a lot of people have criticized, but I'm going to go over the pros and cons. Now, we're going to start with the cons here, since I actually just experienced one of the cons a few minutes ago. The touch sensitivity on this phone is not that good, and that's a well-known issue with a lot of LG devices, is the touch screen. Now, I don't know what LG does. I don't know if it's in their software or if it's in the screen. But something needs to be addressed with the touchscreen, because when I was double tapping something, and this is especially true if you're using TalkBack, when you go to double tap an item, a lot of times it will not open, and you'll have to get the TalkBack cursor focus right back on that item, and then double tap again. So it can become a pain in the ass sometimes. The next con I want to discuss is web browsing. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate it right now, but this phone, especially when using TalkBack, becomes very sluggish on Google Chrome. And that's to be expected, I would say, from a device with 2 gigabytes of RAM. But it's almost unbearable. I've done a little bit of web browsing on here, and I can honestly say that it's night and day coming from my S8 Plus and this phone, obviously, because the S8 Plus is a way more expensive phone. But it's night and day. Web browsing is night and day. It is way better on the S8 Plus. The next con, and this can be easily fixed, is that this, like I stated before, this phone does not come with an app drawer by default. However, you can go to the settings, go to home screen, and enable the app drawer. You can enable home with app drawer. So that is a con that can be obviously fixed. Now, that's in every LG device, all of the newer devices since the LG G5. Now, I have not tested the fingerprint scanner or the camera on this phone, but from what I've seen in other YouTube videos, the fingerprint scanner does very well on here. And the camera, from what I hear, is alright as well. It's a 13 megapixel camera, and the front camera, I believe, is a 5 5 megapixel camera, I want to say. So that's pretty decent for a budget device like this. Don't expect a very high resolution camera that can take amazing photos. You're not going to get that with this phone. Or you're not going to get like the best video quality, best photo quality, but it's passable. You're going to be able to post your photos or your videos to social media and get away with it. Now, battery life is a topic that I can't really discuss too much, but from what I have been able to see, the battery on here is not bad for a 2800 milliamp hour battery. I mean, you have a 720p display and a sorry about that, guys. That was Facebook. But you have a 720p display with a quad-core processor and 2 gigabytes of RAM. So this device should not be that power hungry. You should be able to get through a full day with this device before having to charge it again. Speaker quality on here is decent, as you guys heard. Not the loudest speaker by any means at all, but it gets the job done, especially when you're in a quiet room. Now, if you're in a loud room with a bunch of people, or there's machines going on or whatever, then you may have a hard time with the speaker. This might be a pretty bad speaker, but for casual listening to music, watching YouTube videos, it's decent. It does well. So here's the final verdict. Should you buy this phone? And the answer to that question is yes. If you were on a budget between $200 and $300, this could be the phone to get. Now, there are some newer budget LG phones out there, like the Stylo 4 just recently was released, and obviously that's a better phone than this. But if you want something compact and small, and not too big and not too small, that can easily fit in a pocket, this is it. Like I said earlier, it's got a fingerprint scanner, it's got a decent camera, the screen is pretty good. So I can recommend this phone. If you can get past some of the hiccups and the lags and the touchscreen issues, this phone will get you through. Like, don't expect to do a bunch of heavy tasks on this phone. Don't expect to have 1,001 apps open at once. You're not going to get that. But if you're a light user and you don't play a lot of games and you don't always keep a lot of apps open, then and you don't take a lot of pictures or record, or you don't really care about high quality videos, then this is the phone for you. So anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is Justin Ruined, and I'm out of here. Peace out.